Welcome to Vintage Variety. Today we are visiting Davis Street Antiques in Monroe, Georgia. We're going to take a look at this antique store, and at the end of the content I'll show you all of the items that I managed to find. This is a really nice vintage purse. Look at this, the top folds over. Jewelry jars. So while I'm here in Monroe, I am planning on visiting at least one antique store that sells jewelry jars so I can open one up on my channel. Lots of interesting things. They have some more purses here, and this one I don't think is all that vintage, but I really like it. I like this also. I don't see anything too interesting here. A lot of these little stalls that they have in here are rather cluttered, so they really have a lot to choose from. I am kind of looking for a few decorative items to add to the room that I'm hoping to get redone before long. I just haven't really seen anything that will go with what I already have. An old bed frame. So the fan is really loud in the background. They do have quite a bit of furniture in here, but that's not what I'm looking for today. At the front of the store, they did have a display with some pieces of jewelry, and they also had some display cases. So before we leave, I am going to take a look at those. I really like the old record player. Some bean pots, and I also see some pretty nice pieces of glassware. I remember thermoses like this from when I was a kid. So they have this basket full of jewelry, and I'm going to look through this. These are all reasonably priced pieces. I like this. I think I'm going to get this. I like the earrings too, but I have way too many pairs of earrings already. Let's have a look at these pieces they have hanging up here on this display. Some of them look a little bit more modern or just simple fashion jewelry. They do have some vintage pieces mixed in. This is pretty. Really like this one. They have quite a few pieces of glass pearls. Some earrings. These are Trifari. These are really unusual. Morning. Also like these. This is a pretty necklace. Seed beads. I love this. So let's check out these cases. I see that they have a jewelry bag. This says it's mostly for craft. Don't see anything in there that I'm interested in, but they have some beautiful things in these cases. See quite a few pieces that are really nice. Lots of rings. The one ring looks a lot like it might be amber. So I'm going to try to get a closer look at that and see if it is. Cameos. Lots and lots of really nice pieces. A lot of these are sterling. Okay, so the one ring that I did get a closer look at, it is faux amber. So I don't really see anything in here that I really want to buy. A lot of them are really pretty, but I'm going to look at a few of them a little closer. Some bangles, I have quite a few of those. Some beads. I spotted a couple of pieces that I think are check. Oh wow, look at that. It's gorgeous. So I'm going to try to get a closer look or ask to see the pieces that I believe are check. If I can spot them again. Right there on the bottom. Those two pieces I believe are check. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that these are check, but I don't think I'm going to get them. More bangles, mostly fashion, but I love these. I think they're all pretty. I feel like that about concludes our trip at this antique store today. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough in the areas at the front near the register, just in case I missed anything, and I'll show you guys what I ended up purchasing at the end of the content. So we're back home, and I'm really excited to show you the finds I got at this antique store today. As you can see, it's not really a large haul, but everything I got is just absolutely beautiful. There are a couple of items that I did not see until I got up to the checkout. They had some more things displayed up there, so I added those to my purchases. I'm going to get everything moved out of the way, and I'll show you what I bought. You guys remember the basket that I was looking through? Well, this bracelet was in that basket, and it was a very good price. I only paid $1 for this, and it is a Monet bracelet. Now, the only thing I see, and I didn't notice this when I picked it up, is there is some wear on it. And I couldn't really tell because it was in a small plastic bag, and they had stapled that bag up. But you know what? It's still in pretty good condition. It's perfectly wearable. And for $1, I mean, why not, right? The wear on this just means that someone really loved this bracelet, and I don't see anything wrong with that. That is part of collecting vintage or even antique jewelry. It's going to have a little bit of wear. And then there's this. This is a set, and this is Chico's, and I love the style of this. It has just a really exotic look to it. I want to say kind of an Egyptian vibe, or maybe even a Bollywood style, but I love the color combinations in this. I love all of the little pieces that are dangling off the bottom, and even the chain has different little charms on it. Let me see if I can get this turned around, and I'll show you guys the little cartouche on this where it's marked. I am kind of butterfingers today, but there it is, Chico's. I mentioned a million times that my mother is a big fan of Chico's jewelry, and you know what? A lot of people might scoff at it, but it's not cheap jewelry. It is designer jewelry, and if you've ever been into a Chico's store, you know, it's not the cheapest jewelry to buy. So anytime I run across some of their jewelry, like in a thrift store or an antique store, and it's in good condition, I pick it up. The great thing about this is it has the earrings that go with it. So this is going to look just beautiful. I'm going to put this on the form so you guys can get a better look at it. Here's a good look at this Chico's necklace and earring set on the form, and I really like this. I like the design of it. I like the color combinations of red and the turquoise color. I think those are two colors, they just go together so well. They've done the chain with all of these little, I'm calling them charms hanging off of them. Look at the detail of this. Isn't that pretty? So this necklace, I consider this a really good find. I think it's a stunner, and there's just so many different things that you could wear it with. And I also love that it kind of has that, like I mentioned before, that kind of ethnic Bollywood style to it. These earrings were in the same basket that I got the Monet bracelet out of, and that basket had quite a few pairs of earrings in it that I really liked. But I kept telling myself, you know what, you don't need another pair of earrings. But I picked these up. I really thought these were cute. Out of all the earrings, I liked these the best. So I decided to go back and grab them, and I am certainly glad that I did. because when I got home and I really started getting a close look at them, they are signed. Let me turn this around so you guys can see it. These are Givenchy. What a great find. I always tell people, don't overlook the little baskets and bins. You might think that there's not anything worth buying in them, but I've found some of my best finds, including Miriam Haskell, out of baskets and bins. And because these were in that little baggie, I couldn't really tell if they were missing any stones, but they aren't. They are in excellent condition, no missing stones, so this was a great find. As I was leaving and I was up at the cash register, they had some more jewelry displayed up there, and these were sitting right there together, and I knew immediately that as long as they weren't a huge price, I was going to purchase them. So I bought both of these, and these are absolutely gorgeous. These are floral brooches. I am positive that they are check, and they do have some of the paint and enameling coming off of them, but you know what? Again, they're vintage, and this one is in excellent condition. I don't see any of the paint coming off of it. This was a really good score. They weren't dirt cheap, but what do you expect? If you run across something like this and you know that it's check, you're probably going to pay a little bit more for it, but it was well worth it, and I was really excited when I saw these, and I'm excited to add them to my collection of check jewelry. So today, while we were in Monroe, I managed to visit 4 different antique stores. This was one of them. This was the first one that I visited. I did record in each store that I went into. There was one store that really didn't have much of a selection of jewelry, but I am going to do content on it because I did find something that kind of involves jewelry, and I'll be doing that content pretty soon. The other 2 stores that I went into I had visited before, and I did film there, but my main reason for going into those stores was to see if they'd gotten anything new, and also because they had jewelry jars. I've never done a jewelry jar on my channel, so today I went ahead and I bought a jewelry jar, so I'll be doing content on that also. We're going to open that up pretty soon and see if we got anything good in there. As always, I really appreciate you guys watching. Definitely let me know what you thought of this antique store and the haul that I got today in the comments. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to share these items with me. If you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications on more content about collecting vintage and antique items. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.